Hello, friends. Glenda Ballett, and welcome to my craft room. Tonight, I am going to be stamping a super cute card. Cuteness overload tonight. I'm going to be using Cutest Cows. Now, when this came out, I thought, nah, I don't need this. I don't need any more cutesy stuff. But holy Aunt Jemima, has my mind been changed. And there we go. I'm just getting it run. Oh, I forgot to do something on Facebook. Hang on. My mind has been changed because I kept seeing a whole bunch of super cute cards made with the Cutest Cow stamp set and the coordinating builder punch. Okay, one more thing. I got to get this shared. I'm hoping that there we go. I've never shared to two groups at the same time. So we are experimenting tonight. Oh, Lord, help us all. Okay, got it. Up and running. And I can see comments, see people when they join. So, Cutest Cow. My friend Leanne has created 3 super cute cards for our summer creative escape. And I had to get the bundle because it is part of the summer creative escape. Hi, Marcia. Which means that I need it in order to do the cards, right? That's my excuse. Since I got it, I have been having fun. I made her 3 cards, and you are going to love them. And then I thought I had a card that my friend and team members, Shanna Miller, sent me, and she used the Be Mine stuff, stamp set and punch and the paper to create this really cute card. And I thought, well, I can redo that card and I can use the cows. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to make a cow card based on Shanna's card. So let me flip you around here. Here is the original card that I got from Shanna. Isn't that cute? Look at it. She opens hers this way. And I didn't cut mine that way, so we're not opening it that way. But it's got a vellum layer and a white layer and designer paper layer and then die cuts. And she added some bees. So I thought I can recreate that. And this is the card I came up with. Here, hang on. Let me get. There we go. So I'm going to show you how to create this card tonight. Isn't that cute? I love it. I've been having fun. And there's should show you the inside. There's the inside. So I like this here. Leanne did this on one of her cards for the Creative Escape, and I thought that was a really cool idea. So I decided to go ahead and do that on this card. And the envelope, because I never send out a naked envelope. And then to finish off my piece of designer paper, I added some on the back so that the envelope matches. Okay, so we're going to get going, but I wanted to show you a card that I received from Lena. Isn't this cute? Look at this fun fold. Hey, I'm going to have to dissect this and make this card. Isn't that gorgeous? She used the Meandering Meadow designer paper to create that. So look, in a future one, we will make that one too. So I am showcasing Shy Shamrock tonight, which is one of the upcoming in colors. Hey, Valerie. And in the video that Leanne made, she gave us a really cool tip on lining the cow punch up. So I'm going to show you that trick tonight. So I don't know whether you want the measurements or not for this card. It's pretty basic. The card base is Shy Shamrock, and we're going to have the card going this way, which is commonly known as a hamburger card. And then we have a layer of vellum, and that's the inside piece. So I'm just putting that off to the side. And then we have I'm going to do a die cut. Now I am using, Early Espresso, Shy Shamrock, and Balmy Blue. Then I'll be coloring with, let me get them here. Light Petal Pink, Dark Daffodil Delight, Light Bubble Bath, and Dark Pecan Pie. And then I lost my window where I was watching. Hi, Nadine. Ah, thanks for staying up. So I'm going to be cutting that with the perennial postage dies. There's the Cutest Cows stamp set. Isn't that adorable? Look at all those different cows. Little things dies. There's only 2 dies in this one, and I'm going to use this one for the sentiment on the inside. So I'm going to take that out now. Countryside Corners. That's the second one I'm going to be using to die cut the front pieces. Then we have Perennial Postage, and it's the biggest one. And finish off with some brushed brass butterflies and in color reds and dots. I know, right? I'm going to have 2 different embellishments on this, and I'm so excited. Okay, so I just thought of something. You could, to conserve paper, we can cut this. So we can cut these out of the center of this. So let's do that. I didn't do that on the original one, but you can do it on this one. I have to move that because there we are. So I'm going to cut 3 of these out of the center of that. So I'll do one of them while I am die cutting outside. And we'll just run that through. Now I did cut 3 pieces that are 2 by 3 1/4, and that is what I cut out these pieces on the original cards with. But you know, I like to conserve cardstock, so we might as well cut this out. I'm just putting my dies back because, you know, I don't want to lose them. Oh, why did I put it back? I need to cut 2 more. Good Lord, mullet. Some days the brain power is just not there. Hi, Norma. Thanks, Nadine. Some days I can think, and some days I can't. So it was our son's birthday on Wednesday, and they're twins, so they're both on the same day. One child lives up north in northern BC. He's 12 hours away, so we don't get to celebrate with him much. The local one was away for work, so we didn't get to celebrate his birthday on Wednesday. So tonight we went out for dinner. They get to choose what they want for dinner for their birthday. And this year he wanted Chinese smorg. So we went to, oh, I'm not going to get the third one out of there, but that's okay. We can use the paper I cut. So we went for Chinese smorg, and the waitress was so cute because I have a happy birthday hat, like a pointy blue hat, that we have decided that whoever's birthday it is, they have to wear the hat. So he wore it to the restaurant. And it was a good thing he did because, the waitress laughed, thought it was great fun. Sorry, I'm dropping stuff on the floor. And brought us a plate full of cake for dessert. So it was a benefit for him wearing his happy birthday hat. I don't think he was too happy with it, but you know, I'm his mother, so he has to. The kids turned 44 this year. Can't believe I have children that old. I have the little bit of muck on these, so I'm just cleaning them off. There we are. So those are cut. and this is cut. And then I have a piece of designer paper to put over top. See, you don't see the holes when you put that on there. And that's going to go that. So I'm going to attach those pieces, and you put the designer paper on the die cut first, and then you put that on the vellum, and then you put adhesive on the vellum to put on the front. And the reason you do it that way is because then you can hide your adhesive in behind what you've got piled on top of the vellum. Now I'm going to have to get my silicone mat because I've got holes here and I don't want the adhesive going through my holes. So line this up like that. Okay, now we'll turn this over and put adhesive on the back of this. Then that goes on the vellum like this. So tell me out there, who has Cutest Cows? Did anybody get this amazing set that I fought for so hard for so long, and now I am glad I have it? So when you put your adhesive on vellum, you have to put it in behind something or it will show. Does not matter what adhesive you use, it will show. There we go. So now that goes onto the card front like that. Oh, hello, Renee. Renee has it. Valerie doesn't. Nadine's is on the way. Okay, so I have that. Put those off to the side, and I'm going to get my stamping paper because now I have to do some blending on these three pieces. So I'll show you those up close. See, it's got some Shy Shamrock at the bottom and some Balmy Blue at the top. And you put that on with blending brushes. You can see where I was playing with the last one. Now, these do have grass stamped in Shy Shamrock on top of it, and this one has some flowers, but you don't want to stamp that before you do your blending because it will reactivate whatever ink you have on there, and you could end up with a big brown smushy mess. So always put your color on before you stamp on top of it. There's one, and I'm not going all the way to the top because when Shanna did hers, and remember, I am casing Shanna's card, she left a space in the middle where there isn't any, and I thought that was kind of cool. Carol bought it because her daughter and son-in-law are dairy farmers. That's awesome. Okay, a little bit more, and we'll do the second one. I'm going to save this. I have a girlfriend whose birthday is 12 days. 12 days? No. 14 days after mine. 2 weeks. She's 2 weeks younger than me. And while we were growing up, we went to high school together and we had our horses together and we played together. And when we were growing up, she was always rubbing it into me for those 2 weeks that I was so much older than her. So I always get a birthday card from her that says, "To my much older friend for the next 2 weeks." And she's a cowgirl. She lives on acreage and has horses and chickens and sheep and all sorts of stuff. But she lives next door to a cattle ranch. And she goes in the spring and the fall and helps them with their roundup and their whatever they do. You know, when they gather all the new ones and do the branding and the bedoozering, whatever they do. She's right in there. She rounds them up, and so this is going to be her birthday card. She is not at all crafty, but she is amazing on her farm. She drives tractor and she drives skidder, and oh my gosh, she's a true cowgirl at heart. There we go. Two with blue, and I'll do the last one. When we were growing up, we met in grade 9, and we were on Salt Spring, which is really a cool place to grow up back then. And we both got horses, belonged to the horse club, took riding lessons, and went riding together all the time. And we used to ride our horse to school because in grade 11 and 12, you would have 3 classes, lunch, and then 2 classes. And we had a class spare, lunch spare, and then a class. So we went home for the first spare and grabbed our horses and rode them back to school. And we tied them up to there was a hitching rail there. It wasn't supposed to be a hitching rail, but it was a kind of a log fence thing in between the car park and the road. So we used to tie our horses to the hitching rail, go in and have our last class, and then we'd get on our horses and ride home. It was an amazing place to grow up. Okay, I just stamped the grass with shy shamrock on top of where I did that sponging. Now these are going to go on dimensionals. We took a class when we were in grade 11 and 12. It was called agriculture. And we got to go out and do all sorts of cool stuff because we had an agriculture teacher who ran a farm. So we got to do farm stuff. So anytime he had butchering to do or haying or anything, he used free labor from the high school. So we got to do all of this super cool stuff. Tell you, it was one of the best places to grow up. All right, I'm just sticking some dimensionals on here, and then we'll get this onto our card front. I didn't give you any chocolate. Nobody said, where's the chocolate? Let's just do some cutting here. Who wants chocolate? We also had a class called Community Rec, and we got to go camping, and we went out and did community projects. You notice how I said we got to go camping first because that was the most important part. Now, Salt Spring is just off the coast of Vancouver Island. It's between Vancouver and Vancouver Island. So when we went camping, we would go to Tofino. And we would camp, funnily enough, here in Port Alberni. Oh, shoot. I'm doing all this talking and I forgot to. Dang. Okay. We camped here at Sprout Lake, and then we went out to Tofino. And we traveled in the back of a 5-ton cube van. I just realized that I forgot to do the flower stamping and the sentiment, so I've got to take these off. Again, I'm talking too much. Why am I talking so much? You don't need to hear all of this stuff that happened to me in my childhood. If you try to stamp on top of dimensionals, you will not make a good job. So if you get to the point where you forgot to do something, just take the time, remove those dimensionals, and start all over again. Okay, so I'm going to take my early espresso. Is there anybody out there? You guys are awfully quiet tonight. It's your special day. Goes at the top. Like that. And then there is a single flower. I do have in the stamp set, there is a bunch of flowers, but there's also this cute little single one. Oh, thanks, Nadine. I don't know whether everybody likes hearing my childhood being retrospective. Oh, Valerie likes hearing my horse stories. Okay, so this one is going to be up as tall as I can make it without it having it floating. And I'm using early espresso on this because I can. It's my card and I can do what I want to. Okay, so dark daffodil delight, and we'll just add some color in here like this. We were talking about childhood stuff at dinner tonight too. Maybe that's why. There we are. Dark daffodil delight, and then the center I'm going to color with dark pecan. Oh, sorry, Nadine. Dark pecan pie. But I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just going to do the very center because I want there to be a little bit of a outline around there. Okay, now I can put all these back on again. There we are. But I'm going to put this one on first. So when you are centering stuff, if you put the two outside ones on first, it's easier to get the center lined up. Okay. Now, let's see. This one's a bit high. Let's see. And that one's going to go in the middle. Like that. Yep, it'll work. I got lots of horse stories. We had horses for about 4 years. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Grade 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I did a lot of haying and manure pooper scoopering. Okay, now we're going to stamp the cows. Now I'm going to show you the trick that Leanne explains in her video about getting your stamps lined up for your punch. So this is what the punch looks like. So when you turn it over, you got the head and the body, and then there's all these other pieces that we're not going to worry about tonight because we're not using them. But you can stamp and punch the head and the body out at the same time. So just take a scrap of cardstock, and I have thick white that I messed up and put a score line in the wrong spot. And you're just going to put it in here and you're going to punch it out. So then you have a template. Then when it comes time to do your cow, you set your stamp down inside the hole. And if you move it around, you can feel it when it sits down inside the hole. So that's the head. And this is the body. Do the same thing with that. Like that. And then you pick them both up at the same time with your block. Now, if I did this right, I should be able to, see if this will work. It'll work that way. I should be able to stamp the head and the body and punch it out at the same time. La la la. Ink, ink, ink. Okay, there we go. Stampy, stampy. And there's that one. Now I want to stamp the other cow, and then I have to hand cut it because it's facing the other way. So I'm going to stamp the cow that is facing the other way, and I will cut that out, but I'll be able to punch out the head. Now, if I turn this over and I want to punch this out, I have to punch it this way so that the head is oriented like that to put it into the punch. So I've got this guy and this guy are going to punch out together, and this is going to punch, but I have to fussy cut that. Then on the inside, we might as well stamp it while we're at it. Can you see that? So I'm going to get the milk cans. And I was very anal when I did this last time, but this time I'm just going to wing it. So I'm going to put 1, 2, go over a bit, 3, and 4. And then go back with that second, with that little flower again. Where's my stamping paper? Because I'm going to have 3 different lengths of flowers. So I don't like them all the same length. There we are. And the envelope. Oh, let's do the envelope at the same time. And we'll just run a row of flowers along there. And if you do them at different heights, it's more interesting. There we are. Okay, now I'm going to go back to Shy Shamrock. And I'm going to grab the grass. So, what do you think about me being live on a Friday night? I know it's late. And I thank you for joining me. And if you're watching the replay, thank you. So there, I added a row of grass there. And then this is the inside piece. So I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'll start over here, though. I'm not usually live on a Friday night. But I thought, why not? Oh, Valerie likes it. Norma says it's a nice surprise. I just put that away and I haven't stamped the sentiment yet. So this sentiment that goes on the inside, milk it for all it's worth. I don't need this anymore. Out of the way. Go back to Shy Shamrock again. Now, this is one of the new in colors, so it will be available starting the 1st of May, unless you're a demonstrator, and then you get access to it now. What do you think? This whole card is Shy Shamrock. What do you think of this color? Is it something you think is nice or not so much or whatever? Give me a thumbs up if you think this is good color. I love the new in colors. Just giving you a sneaky peeky of what I think of the in color, because they're my kind of colors. Norma likes it. Renee likes it. Or Renee likes me going live on a Friday night. One or the other. Oh, Nadine loves all the new in colors. So does Valerie. Yes, I do too. I'm going to have fun for the next 2 years, and then I'm going to be really sad when they disappear. Okay. There's the sentiment for the inside. And I'm going to color those milk cans, and then we're going to put that in there like that. But let me show you this, finish this trick with the cows. So here's the one I stamped using the template. So if I did it right, you can put your stamped images into the punch and line them up and punch them both at the same time. Yay! There's the head and there's the body. And then you get other miscellaneous bits that I'm not going to be using. Oh, thanks, Janet. You got your bundle coming too, eh? Yes, Cutest Cows. Oh, Pat was the first one to show me how cute these were. Okay, now you're going to have to put up with my fussy cutting for a couple of minutes because this does not fit because the punch is the other way. See, there's the tail there. And I thought, well, I can do my trick if I do the double punch, stamp it, turn it over, blah, 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 blah. But I can't because it's not even shaped the same. So that idea went out down the drain, out the door. So I have to fussy cut. But it's not hard to fussy cut this cow. And it's worth it because this is the female cow. And you know how I can tell it's a female cow? Well, first of all, she's utterly cute. Aha, aha. Sorry, I had to say that. Second of all, she has an udder. Can you see the udder in there? That's why I said she's utterly cute. I know. My life is sad. But you know, I like it. I'm gonna have to find some cow jokes to share on Wednesdays. There's got to be cow jokes out there somewhere. I did give Jamie one, my UPS dude. He always has at least one, sometimes 4 and 5 jokes for me, and they're never the same. And I told him that one that I shared a couple of weeks ago. What goes ooh? Does anybody know what goes ooh? Do you remember from when I shared it? Norma can't remember if she ordered it. Oh, Norma, you're going to have to check those orders because you're going to need it. Let me tell you, you will want it. Norma is coming and Janet are coming to my creative escapes, and Nadine is joining us virtually. And Valerie, are you going to come to the one in Powell River on the 9th of June? So I'm taking it on the road again, going to go to Powell River, and we're going to stamp the Summer Creative Escape on the 9th of June. Now, when you get to this point, you have to leave enough of a hump there that you can attach the head. See, that doesn't take too long. More than likely, she says. Yay. Okay. Now we're going to do some coloring. So I've got my dark pecan pie, and we're going to color the blotches. And I think we had decided that this is a Holstein cow because Holsteins are the only ones that have blotches, speckled dots, polka dots. Because I really don't think there's any other ones that do, unless they're interbred with something else. This is so cute. Even the cow bodies are cute before you put the heads on there. So once you take the Creative Escape and see how cute Miss Leanne's cow cards are, and of course I'll be sharing some, then you're going to need to order this bundle. But just be aware that as of the 1st of May, it's no longer bundled. So if you are at all interested in getting it, I suggest you do it sooner rather than later, because when the new catalog comes into effect, it's no longer bundled. So you're not saving that 10% anymore. I'm using Light Pebbled Path to do the hooves. Now I know cow hooves usually have some pink in them, but let's just say these ones have been playing in the mud. There we go. And then I'm going to get some light petal pink, do the udder and the ears. There's not a lot of coloring on these cows because the Holsteins are all white with blotches. Look at this. And this one is winking. Yep, I had fun creating this. I had to stay up till I just did this card yesterday. I stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning creating this card because I was having so much fun. Okay, now we're going to put dimensionals on the bodies as soon as I find them. There they are. But not on the tails because the tails hang over the edge. So I have to be strategic in where I put my dimensionals. Then I'll have to cut some strips for the legs. Okay, there we go. Now the heads I'm going to do in a sec because I have to figure out where to put them. Depends on which one goes where. Okay, let's get some thin strips here so I can do the legs. If you are watching this live, I would appreciate it if you would hit those emojis. And if you are watching the replay, please do the same thing. That just lets Facebook know that you think that my video is worth watching. And if you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oops. Just hit that red subscribe button, and then if you click on the bell icon and say all of them, then you will know when I upload my videos. Why do cows Why do cow have hooves? Because they are. Oh, that's awesome, Carol. Carol says, why do cows have hooves? Because they are lactose. Ah, that is hilarious. I love it. Anybody else got a cow joke? You know, you can scoot over to Google and Google cow jokes. Okay, this guy is going to go here, and I'm putting him just kind of on top of the where the grass is there. And then this one will go on the other side. This is a really fun card to create. And if you joined me last night in my VIP group, I was in a bit of a rush last night. And I should not have gone live when I did because I had a thing I needed to do afterwards. So I should have done that first and then gone live, but I didn't. So I do apologize for being kind of speedy last night. Okay, so the heads, you have to be careful where you put your dimensionals because you don't want to put them where it's going to go over top of this part. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom where it's going to be on top of that. And one dimensional, and then I'll slide the other ones in underneath. There we go. See, and then that one's in the wrong spot. Because it was over too far. Oh well. Okay, here we go with the next one. And then I can go in afterwards and slide some more in underneath. Like that. I like doing this with the dimensionals because then you get them hidden and you get them exactly where you want them. What did the mummy cow say to her baby? Okay, I'm not going to say what the answer is. You guys are probably looking at it, right? What did the mummy cow say to her baby? Anybody want to guess what the mummy cow said? Hi, Eva. Yes, the cows are cute. I agree. Okay, slide the dimensional under that ear. Now, good to go. I can't put one under here. Oh, I can put one under that ear, though. That'll hold it. What did the mummy cow say to her baby? It's past your bedtime. Oh, that's cute. What do you call a sleeping cow? What do you call a sleeping cow? Now, did I color those? I didn't color those. I feel like I want to color these. So let me get my smoky slate. And we're going to do some coloring on the milk cans, because why not, right? We'll do light smoky slate. What do you call a sleeping cow? A bulldozer. And then there was the one I started but didn't give you the answer for. What goes ooh? Does anybody know what goes ooh? I had it up as a joke a couple of weeks ago. And I told Jamie the other when he was here on Wednesday. He thought it was funny. What goes ooh? A cow without lips. Because they can't go moo. Because they don't have lips. Okay. Cow jokes are fun. They're right up there with Star Trek jokes. Man, there's a lot of Star Trek jokes out there. Okay, so I'm doing all of it with light smoky slate. I probably could have used pebbled path, but I was afraid it would be a bit too dark. And I'm just coloring the whole thing, and then I'm going to go in with the dark smoky slate and do some parts of it. So if you're commenting, I cannot check right now because I'm busy coloring. So next week, I hope to go live. Well, Tuesday night, I'll be live with Paper Pumpkin. But maybe Wednesday, I'll go live and we'll do a card using Layers of Beauty because I haven't done one of those yet. And I want to show you how the masks work. There we go. So this is dark smoky slate, and I'm just doing the lid and the bands that go around it. There we go. Just about. So have you ever thought about doing something like, oh, not that, doing something like this on the inside of your cards? I have not. But this is really fun. Now I'm just going to go down the side with the dark on all of them. Just the one side. Because you got to be mindful of where the sunlight is. Like that. And then I'll go in with my light. We'll just blend that. Right down like that. Cool. So I'm busy getting packed for Mexico. And I've got it all spread out all over our spare bedroom. And then our oldest grandson, James, decides he's going to spend the night. So I had to go pack it all up again. Oh, well. The paper pumpkin is so pretty again this month. I know, right, Eva? I have not even opened mine because I like to open it online and then I'm not thinking about what I want to make with it. It's just spur of the moment stuff. What do you call a cow with a twitch? My goodness, Carol, you've got a lot of these. I guess it's because of your daughter and her family. What do you call a cow with a twitch? I just have to move this over a bit. Come on. There we go. So there's the inside. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Beef jerky. Yeah, her grandchildren have tons of jokes like that, I bet. Okay, so that James Mollett that just made that lovely comment, that's our grandson. He's sitting in the next room. That's why he says he's too lazy to get up and look at it in person. Because they're probably watching some kind of video on cars or trucks or other assorted things that have engines in it. There we go. So now all I have to do is add the bling and our card is done. What do you think? Kind of cool is, oh, I haven't done the envelope. I'm put the designer paper on the envelope because I like using up the last of that designer paper. Okay, I'm going to put 3 butterflies, 3 brushed brass butterflies on here. 2 big ones and a little one down here. And then I'm going to grab the in color resin dots. Should never ask who has cow jokes. I love cow jokes. I think they're fun. just because I don't have any doesn't mean somebody else doesn't have them, right? Okay, so I put that butterfly in the wrong spot. So I guess I'm putting the resin dot in a different spot too. There we are. And we are done. Just add the designer papers to the envelope. Now this one is wide enough that I can put adhesive all over the flap. There we go. Just following right along the edge there. And I guess I should be happy that my grandson is watching me make a card. There we go. Let's trim off the edge. Tomorrow is Saturday, so him and Grandpa go down to the Heritage Society where he is rebuilding an engine for a school project. And I will be doing videos. I have 4 videos to do before I head for Mexico next week, so I have to get them done. There we are. There's the envelope. Thanks, Norma. There we are. So you could do this card in any of the new in colors. It would be cute in Summer Splash or in Peach Pie. What's the other one? Pretty in Pink, Petunia Pop. They'd all be cute. And that's it for tonight. Thanks, Valerie. Let me just flip me around here so I can say goodnight to you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back Monday night at 7 o'clock. I haven't switched over totally to summer hours yet. I had to tonight because we had that family dinner and then birthday cake and blah, blah, blah. But I will be back 7 o'clock Pacific time on Monday night, and we will be creating a card. One of these nights, I'm going to surprise you. We're going to do a box or something. Oh, you're very welcome. One of each, please. Oh, you want me to do this card in all of the colors? Well, Nadine, that's an interesting idea. You never know what's going to happen. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.